Hey there everyone, and welcome to another daily dose of Aether Raids. Today's video features this one map. This is a space oppression setup. There is also a 7th slot element where Triandra can Pathfinder through Note to get a refresh on Edelgard. And if somebody is in her threat range after that, which if you don't have any open space on the bottom row, there probably is, then she will get a rally from Selena, who will in turn get a refresh from Sigurd, and then she will be able to attack whatever unit you have placed in that space. That said, just Selena isn't exactly the most potent offensive presence, so if you can tell what this map is going for, then you can just place a unit in range and just let them take the attack from Selena and respond appropriately. I think that's probably one of the better ways to deal with this, to be honest with you. Note that Sigurd takes up the space below Legendary Selena, so when Note moves, she can't go there. And the significance of that is that moving there would extend Lena's threat range, but with Sigurd taking up that spot, that's just not possible, since one, Note only has 2 movement, and she doesn't get warp power from anywhere. So that's something to consider. I think you do need to have a pretty decent player phase presence on the team that you deploy if you choose to use that approach, just because the enemies do swarm you kind of hard there. I guess you could probably also do a Gale Force Blitz style clear, although it's a little hard. I would say one with the Edelgard, I think it's Black Eagle rule that gives her massive amounts of mitigations on the enemy follow-up attack if they initiate, and that makes her not the world's greatest Wings of Mercy enabler. And then Note, of course, is protected by the Heavy Trap on top of kind of the Street Lamp, just because it blocks whoever you might want to try setting up that column to attack her. I'm sure it can be done. It's just the requirements are a little difficult. I will note that if you want to do that, you might be able to take advantage of the enemy's kind of checkerboard-ish formation and use 3 units to block in Lelena and Triandra. Just pin them in by placing your units here, and that will just stop the enemies from being able to move entirely, which is kind of entertaining. What else? I guess the only other option would be to just go full-on tank. The enemies do kind of approach you relatively slowly, so I don't think there would be too much of an issue with just taking a really solid tank, especially one with high res, to deal with Lena's special, and just wait for the enemies to come to you. So those are the options I see for this map. I'm going to go ahead and get into my approach now. I deployed the seeded team for this match. I kicked things off by just waiting in range of Triandra, kind of. I mean, when I say waiting in range of Triandra, I mean waiting in range of Triandra's position after she goes to refresh Edelgard. So that triggered the rally from Selena and the subsequent refresh from Sigurd. And Selena was able to attack my Harmonic Sita and did a whole lot of nothing. So that was the idea there, and then I waited to see how the enemies would move to respond appropriately. I actually thought Lelena was going to go 3 spaces down and 1 space over, taking advantage of the Pathfinder from Note, but she just went straight down, which was fine by me. I'm actually kind of thinking I probably would have been better off just having Flying Sita take the hit from Selena. 1, she would be closer to Edelgard. 2, Harmonic Sita has an easier time getting to enemies, just because she has cavalry movement. And actually, I think that was really the only 2 things. I did actually make a mistake in moving Uller before providing the refresh from Peony. What that did was it forced my Harmonic Sita to take the Bright Shrine penalties, so she didn't get the Gale Force activation off of attacking Triandra, but it was okay. At full HP, she was able to handily eat that hit from Sigurd. And after that, I was able to clean up the map pretty easily.
The glimmer of life, yes? Yes.
This'll be fun! I feel your gaze.
What next?
Maybe this way.
Certainly.
Eyes on the battle.